Greetings everyone, my name is Jesse and this is the auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. Today is the return of Sam & Max. I'm guessing it's called Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space. And we're going to be hearing two songs, Radical and Please Hold, both from the channel Jared Emerson-Johnson, who is the composer as well, requested by Mushimari. I've heard a little bit of Sam & Max, and you know, I want to say it's a pretty underrated series as far as the music goes. I don't know what kind of game it is yet, but from what I recall, it's a little on the loungier jazz side, kind of noir here and there, but I don't know if it's the whole soundtrack. Just from what I've heard, I do recall a little bit of that. Anyways, I'm gonna get right into it, and yeah, let's just get into it. I'm excited. I need this today. Long day. This is, oh, it's 6 minutes. Radical. It's the most different song I've heard so far in the soundtrack. Ooh, 80s? Lead guitar. I don't know why, but that intro reminded me of Payday 2. I have no idea why. I just did. Okay, yeah, so this soundtrack has a little bit of variety. Sick. Like a little dynamic change. Did you hear the guitar getting louder there? It's gone. There's a lot going on. Does he know the guitarist is? You know what? I'm gonna look something up. Ooh, man. I've never heard a song like this before from Sam Max. Dude. Dude, I love this like 80s sound. Ooh, highly rated game. Oh, it's a graphic adventure game. Hold on. But it's tease. Dude, wow. This soundtrack is They have electric guitar leads and saxophone. What's not to like? Ta-da. I think it's looped, I'm not sure. Or no, it's hard to say. I'm looking up some info for this game. So it looks like Skunkape has... Oh my god, dude. It sounds like the way Prince plays guitar. Yeah. Ooh, the chords in the background from the... What an amazing song title. Radical. It seems like Skunkape only makes Sam and Max stuff. Oh my god. Judging by the name of the channel, this has to be on Spotify, so... There's about a minute left. Ooh. You thought it was gonna go this way, but I thought it was ending right there. Wow. So I was looking up a couple of stuff there because I was so curious while I was listening to it. And man, it kept taking me away from what I was looking at because the song just kept hitting at different times. Well, obviously I listen to a lot of things all the time and I go from song to song to song. So, I can't possibly remember everything. And I typically, about 90% of the time when I return to a series, I don't go listen to what it sounded like before, and that's just to keep things fresh in my memory, so it's like brand new again in a sense. But I do recall slightly that Sam and Max stuff that I've heard has typically leaned into this kind of spy detective noir sound, and just has like a hint of jazz, from what I've heard. That I recall. At the moment of me recording this, I don't remember it ever sounding like that. That was a complete 180 from what I've heard, I think. This was a jam. This would have felt like, right? The definition of a jam is just kind of like those endless amount of playing, just a couple of musicians together, and hey, let's play in the key of blah blah blah, and then the drummer just this, and then you just kind of make stuff through improvisation. That's what it felt like to me. This felt like just a long jam, where it got inspired from a long jam, and it just turned into something. It felt very freeform, to the point where I could imagine, I'm just making a scenario in my head as a musician. Like, I'm just trying to imagine like someone giving me the daunting task of composing for a game. I can imagine just sitting there thinking of like what to do for the next song you want to make, and you got nothing. You're just blank. So you just start hitting dun dun dun, and then you just start adding like a drum part, and then it just plays constantly. You're just like, don't press pause, and just play whatever comes to mind. Stay in the key, play some melodies, do some scales. And I feel like this song would, it's just a scenario in my head, but I feel like a song like this could brew or like blossom from that. It felt very musician to me, like a live take. And wow, electric guitar was jamming, very Prince-like, very 80s. That was great. That was great. It just sounded really, really good. And yeah, the reason it said at the beginning that it reminded me of Payday was because the one song that I did, I don't remember what it's called. I haven't done that many Payday 2 songs. But the one that's very Scarface, the one that has a very Scarface influence, I think it's like Doing Time, I think. It either says Doing Time in the game, in the song, or that's the title of it. But that one has an like incredible 80s sound, and it has that sort of similar thing here. But it also reminded me of that one time I heard the Rain, formerly known as Purple, from Risk of Rain 2, which is obviously a Prince inspiration. This sounded like it was like that, and it was so cool because usually a lead guitar of that prominent would be pretty high up in the mix, but it was turned down. You know, the guitar was just more of a distant thing, so you can kind of hear it shredding in the background. Very cool, you know, something to just have on like a long drive or something. Extremely fitting song title, Radical. But the main thing I was looking up, just because it's a side thing, I'm not really sure, is like, I've heard the name Sam & Max recently. I'm like, where did I hear that? Where did I hear that? And I see what it is, although I'm not entirely sure what it is. Not too long ago, I featured a video called VGM Vibe 6, which is me basically talking about certain themes in games, and that one was snow-related VGM. And I had a guest, Austin Lee Matthews, otherwise known as AM Tracks or Amtracks. And I noticed going through their channel on YouTube that they've done some Sam & Max stuff. It's called Sam & Max Dash and Dined. So I'm not sure if that's a game or something he just voiced or something like that, but that's where I saw the name Sam & Max recently, even though I've reacted to it before. Anyways, we have another song to listen to. Dude, I need to, you know, I'm going to look up something during the next song. I need to find out more about Jared Emerson-Johnson, because holy moly. Alright, this one is called Please Hold. Man, these songs have a criminally low view count. This one's half as long, 3 minutes. This is Please Hold from Sam & Max, Beyond Time and Space. Let's go. Gosh, dang, dude. If you're new here, my favorite instrument is the saxophone. The saxophone, as I call it. I'm looking through Jared's website right now. God. Oh, it's from the Bay Area. Oh, a multi-musician. Keyboard, guitar, violin, mandolin, ukulele, banjo. Ooh, gosh, dude. Jeez. Woo. Jared's rap sheet of compositions. You know what kind of music this is? This is the music where, like, someone walking into your room or something while you're hearing this, be very confused as to what you're watching. Ooh. Nice change. I was trying to see if he was the one that played the saxophone, but I didn't see confirmation of that. But it sounds like he might be playing just about everything else, so I wouldn't put it past him. Nice website too. Ooh, got quite a bit of awards under their belt for The Walking Dead, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Leapfrog, Wolf Among Us. Oh, nominated. Has won an award for Sam & Max, but another game, The Devil's Playhouse. Oh, and this game right here. Wow, this soundtrack has an award of Best Music from AdventureGamers.com Aggie Awards. Sam & Max Beyond Space and Time. This is cool. What a great website. That was really fun to listen to while I'm seeing all of Jared's accolades here. If you're wondering, it's jared@emerson-johnson.com. Just very simple. Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Walking Dead, Batman, Game of Thrones, some Borderlands stuff, Wolf Among Us. I feel like I've heard of the Wolf Among Us. But yeah, apparently the soundtrack we just heard, no big deal, but has won an award. You know, I wonder how many games I've heard that have won an award. Whether it's a big award thing or not, you know, an award is an award. That's cool. I can't think of many that I've done, at least that I know. So yeah, this one in 2008. Best Music. The soundtrack right here. That's awesome. And also won in 2010 for The Devil's Playhouse. I think I've heard of The Devil's Playhouse. Either way, yeah, dude. I mean, how can you not think that? I don't know much about Sam & Max. No one really talks about it, you know, as someone who reads about 95% of their comments since day one. I don't really, you know, I see what people say and, you know, you gotta check this out, you gotta check that out. I get those daily. But I would recognize a name like Sam & Max, and it never really comes up. So I'm not sure if it's just a mostly undiscovered thing. Maybe people are gatekeeping it. I don't know. I'm about to look at, just because I'm curious what it looks like. Because, yeah, I wonder if it falls in like the visual novel realm. Because it just says episodic graphic adventure. Let's see. Oh, I think I have seen a little bit of this before. Either way, super whimsical style. Looks like a grand old time, cartoonish. I feel like I've seen that bunny character, which I'm guessing is Max. I feel like I've seen that character, like in memes or something. Either way, dude, I'm vastly impressed, especially by Jared and the saxophone here. I mean, dude, we just listened to, not to compare, you know, but that was like straight up Kenny G right there. It's that whole, and I say this as an ultimate compliment. That sounded like, you know, dentist office waiting room music, which is sick, by the way. I'm a fan of that stuff. I've always been a fan of Muzak, which is what I consider like waiting room music, elevator music, stuff like that, like kind of shop themes in games. This is what that sounded like to me. It's called Please Hold. So, you know, what? Who knows? But to me, it sounded, at least video game-wise, it sounded like it could be a shop theme very easily. Just something just playing in the background. And maybe it doesn't even sound like that in the game. Maybe it sounds very filtered through like a speaker in the background amongst people talking or something. It's just what comes to mind, so I'm just guessing. That was great. Both those were fantastic. I love the saxophone, and I've been very lucky and fortunate that the past 4 songs that I've heard on this channel, or except for one, I've heard a lot of saxophone. So I've been a very happy camper for the past couple days, in a very hectic time for me where I'm kind of burnt out. It's been amazing hearing so much saxophone because it's my favorite for a reason. It turns my mood around and makes everything better, and now I'm all smiles. So thank you, Missionary. Which, by the way, Missionary's requests have a lot of saxophone. Gunpoint, Sam and Max. Awesome stuff. Great. Video game music rules. Thank you to the requesters. Thanks to Jared, Emerson-Johnson. Please check them out. These views are way too low. And awesome. Cool. Thank you to all the patrons you see here. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks for making my day better. Thanks to you for watching. Peace.